Alright guys, we are back for War 5. This time we are going against GT40. And I will be bringing in Absorbing Man, I-Bomb, and Nick Fury. Now, I will be transparent because, well, it is what it is. I did die on my alt account this war. I was deathless coming up to this war. I'm not gonna show it. This war vid's already gonna be long enough because I did my own dumb shit on my main account. That it would just be a really long video if I showed it. So I'm just gonna tell you instead. But regardless, we have 7 fights this war. Most with Absorbing Man on 5, 1 I-Bomb, and 1 with Nick Fury. Now we're gonna go past 9 with Absorbing Man. We gonna enter Magma. Oh, this is 5. 5, my boy. Still been trying to get him to come over to LBT. Hey, if you watch this, just know you got a spot. But he's with GT40 and they defending war champ, so it's a hard bribe. But he still needs to get outside. But, okay, I digress. Okay, here we go. There's not much to this Annihilus fight. Really ain't. Absorbing Man is an ideal counter here. It's going to be quick. I almost feel bad doing it to him. But somebody got to do it. So, here we are. Now, before we get into this fight, my next 2 wars, I am on vacation, so I don't know when my next 2 war vids will be uploaded. They might be a little bit late, just as a heads up. That way you ain't like, man, Oakley died somewhere. No, I didn't die. Just having more family time. But anyways, here we go. So we go into this fight. I'm in Magma. I'm just building up charges, hitting him a little bit. You can see, look, I'm already able to refine. I go on and refine them. We just go end it. I take that all on the block just because it's going to build more. And look, 1L2, he's done. He's done. That's just all there is. No need to be fancy. I've got the I-Bomb synergy, so I will be immune to poisons as well. So on Path 9, Section 1, I don't have to worry about hazard shift because I will be immune to incinerate and poisons. Now, I say that synergy from I-Bomb because, well, it comes in handy later. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Not my best war. It really, really isn't. But we go into this Doom. Doom's got good crit resistance. Yada, yada, yada. Now, I didn't throw on power back boost because of this node. I didn't want the power backs to get me a bar. He goes indestructible, and this fight just drags out even longer than it does. But the good thing is, if I mess up on an L2, well, I'm incinerate immune. Still gonna hurt, but, So we go on, we get to our first L2, throw it off. It does a decent bit of damage. Now, I'm not gonna crit. I'm not gonna heavy counter. Nothing fancy here. Okay, we're going to bait out this L2. Okay, I dex out the last little bit. Played it safe. Now we're back to L1s. I can't throw the L2 because of the aura. But here we go. We end it. And again, these 2 fights, not much to it. But next we have a rank 5 Sasquatch. Now, it's ironic because I'm stupid in this fight, and it's also the defender that killed me on my alt account with Sasquatch on 48 with Omega Sentinel. But I say I'm stupid because I forgot if you push Sasquatch to an L3, he automatically enters Wrath. Now, I went with an N-Bomb, planning on tanking L3s. That was my plan. Hey, I got a rank 5 abs. I can outdamage this. Nothing. I went in cocky and I get humbled. I'm telling you, humbled. Y'all about to see this fight. Now, buckle up because it's almost as long as you can get. Okay? Keep that in mind. So here we go, okay? We start out just doing normal hits. You know, not a care in the world at this point. I am carefree, just chilling, baiting out this L2, you know, whatever. You don't really want to throw it, but we're still going to bait it. Now, this note also has power efficiency. So when he throws the special, he will get more power back. And when he's in wrath, he will not lose power at all, okay? Keep that in mind. So, here's our first mistake. We pushed him to an L3. Now, at this point, I was unaware that he was going to be entering wrath after this L3. Unaware. No idea. So I come out, and I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe it was just bad timing on my part. Still have not figured it out at this point. Okay? Keep that in mind. Still not figured it out. Now, I know I can't push him red during wrath because I know he'll just stay red. Okay? So, you see, that's why I'm kind of just playing in the corner. But you also see I'm losing my form. So, me still not knowing, okay? Push him to a second L3. Now, at this point, when I come out of this L3, I start figuring it out. Oh, man. Oh, shit. At this point, there is severe panic. Okay? I'm starting to panic. I'm 2 minutes into the fight. I'm in the corner. I'm in trouble. I've lost my form. Okay? So, I take block hits to get it back. I had to get it back. Okay? I knew I was going to push him to an L3. Okay? At this point, no more indestructible left. Nothing. This is my third hit and my third wrath at this point that I've had to deal with. Number 3. Now, I know in past videos I said I'm comfortable playing in the corner. Well, you know what? I lied. Okay? I lied. I do not want to be in this corner right now. So now I'm doing as many hits as I can, pushing him close to L3 and trying to bait it at this point. And I'm doing a decent job doing it because I know I cannot push him to an L3. I can't. But at the same time, I'm not building up any charges. I'm, losing my form. Throw the L3 trying to get some damage off. Just trying. Because I look up, I've got 2 minutes left. Here's wrath number 4 at this point. 4. And here's where the panic really sets in. It does. I'm like, look, I don't know how much in the corner I can survive at this point. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm losing my form. Trying to bait this out. I'm not at 2 bars, okay? And at this point, it's gone. So, I'm waiting. This is where I say the I-bomb synergy came in. Because I'm poison immune out of my form. And it saved me right there. Knowing I could hit him in the poison phase. Okay? Now we're down to a minute. He's regening. And yet another wrath comes. Okay? Another one. I think this is like number 5 at this point. At this point, I've lost count of how many have actually happened. It's unreal. Okay? And I'm like, dude, throw this. I'm down to 45 seconds at this point. He's at 40%. Okay? So now I know, and again, as a theme, I am losing my form. But now we're down to 30 seconds. I got no choice. We're going to throw this, and I need him to play ball and be aggressive. And so at this point, I'm YOLOing. I'm like, look, I've accepted I'm timing out at this point. I've just accepted it. I'm being super aggressive, doing anything I can. Luckily, he's throwing these L2s. And at this point, I throw the L2 praying it killed. Thank God. 4 seconds left. 4. I thought I was done. I'm telling you, man, I had to set my phone down. I didn't take another fight for like 30 minutes. Couldn't believe that happened. Oh, man. Woo! But, you know, that's kind of how I'm over. So then, after that horrific fight, okay, I go into this spam. Now, I'm using Fury, okay? Fury can get rid of the debuffs. That's why he is a good counter here. All you got to do is knock him down with a special or a heavy. Now, I do inbound because, well, I hate spam. You know, it's GT. I don't want to die. So here, you know, luckily I've got his second life. So I'm not all that concerned at this point. Really not. I did throw on the 12% skill just so my special would hit a little bit harder. And that's it. We're just going to start out, you know, ending with a light to get the big bleeds, okay? I'm just wanting to bleed him to death, bait some L1s, throw my L1s as soon as I get them. That's the plan, but he does not want to throw them. Now, right here, I paused because I was feeling slick. I was still kind of sweating. I was taking these fights at work. And so I was wiping my hands off. That's what that was. Now here I'm unblockable, but I want to bait this L1, so it falls off. And he just ain't throwing it. He just refuses to throw it. I'm like, bro. So I'm in the corner. I try to heavy counter. He goes unblockable, smacks me in the face. Luckily, I get this L1 off. Okay. All right, debuff's gone, I'm unblockable. Okay, whoo. You know, I'm done, but, you know, we're still okay. Still all right. I just need him to throw this L1 in. Well, he ain't doing it. Finally throws it, man. So now he goes unblockable again because of the L1. I didn't think that through either. Take a hit. At this point, I've got that porker popper on me, so I know I can't throw it. I eat an L2 unblockable to the face. All right. Now we're in second life. And now a little bit of panic. But I know his second life. Look, let's just parry, do the lights, and get the hell out of this fight. Woo! Another brutal fight. I get lucky and survive. Woo! Okay. All right, we need to reset here, okay? Oh, man. But, you know, at this point, I know I got a T-Rex next with abs. I'm like, okay, this is an easy fight. This will build my confidence back up. A little bit shook at the moment. But this is what I need. An easy fight to go on and get it back up. Okay? And there's really nothing to this fight. It's going to be over quick. It just is. Now, I do throw on some Mystic boost. And a lot of that's for my next fight. I have a Rentra on 39. It's more for that fight. But I was like, hey, let's dominate this fight. And it'll make me feel better. So that's what we're going to do. I do make sure I throw on Magma. You will see me back out. Make sure it stays on, along with, well, checking all the boosts, because it wouldn't be an Oakley video if I didn't triple check boosts for 15 minutes. I mean, you know, gotta have that in there. That's just a requirement at this point. It just is. So, okay, now we get into the fight. And all we're going to do is keep him in his rock field because the armor breaks build up my charges. I mean, yeah, there's really, I don't even know what to say about this fight. 1L2 pretty much ends it. You know, I do go on and refine. And look, I mean, the L2's just overkill. It is. So, okay. All right. 30, 40-second fight, however long it was, I didn't look. Now I got my confidence back. It's back up, okay? we ready to go at this point. You know, we on that hold my beer, watch this type of time. You feel me? So I'm not worried about Rentra. I'm very comfortable fighting Rentra. Just don't do anything stupid, and you're okay. Like that's it. Don't be an idiot. Okay. Now, ideally, I would like to get an intercept before my L2. And I did go in magma form because I wanted the big damage. Okay? That was my plan. Let's get the big damage out and let's end it. You know? I've already been in enough long fights this war as is. I ain't wanting to do no more part of that. So, yeah, I know. I'm spending forever looking at boost. Still. Alright. Here we go. Okay? Now, you just got to knock him down regularly. You can bait up heavy and heavy counter him very easily. Now, right there, I was just slow. And, well, he punished me for it. I did heavy counter into that one. Got a good little L2 off. With protection down. And that's the plan. Okay, and that gave me some charges. That was the goal. Okay. That was just a heavy, just to knock him down, because I'm trying to keep his charges under control. And again, now that time I threw the L2, knowing protection was up, but it's building my charges. Okay, because I'm gonna go for one big L2. That was my plan. That's what I'm slowly building up for. Okay. Now, I just need an intercept. Oh, and he sidestepped me. Huh. Of course, it happened this war. So, all right, there we go. We get the intercept. We refine. And, man, that L2 hit. That L2 hit. He's done-o at this point. Done-o. So, that's done. Now we move to our last fight. This is Sly's rank 2 7-star Chavez. 365k health. This is a monster of a Chavez on 53. And this is what I-Bomb was brought in for. This one fight is the real reason he got brought in. Okay? We proc poisons. That way we can stun. Like, that's the plan. And avoid unblockable L2s. Okay? So you will see me throw on an inbound. That way, if she does get to an L2, I can push her to an L3. That's the plan here. Okay? That's the plan. Now, that being said, okay, my goal in this plan was, okay, we beta heavy. All right, now let's proc some, okay, or let's not proc poisons. That one kind of hurt. Okay, now we're hitting into the block trying to proc more poisons. Oh, nothing. Okay, well, let's just bait out this L1. Okay, all right. Now, let's hit her again. Oh. Still no poison. So, of course, she throws another heavy because it wouldn't be a Chavez fight if she didn't. Okay, now we finally get a poison. But her power is high, so we have to bait it out. We lose the time that we could actually stun because, man, she's being passive. Finally throws it. Okay? All right, now we're starting to proc the poisons. Here we go. Now, I want to build to an L2. Get the aura up, and then we're going to L1 spam. And I mess up. I thought that was going to put me at 2 bars, and it didn't. Okay. And now I knew it was going to push her to an L3, but I was like, hey, my aura's going to be up. Man, it'll be okay. It didn't. Okay, so now we're on to plan B in this fight. We got to start all the way over. Now, with her L3, and of course, with the L3, she has that dimension up where I'm going to take damage back. But we finally get to the L2. So now we can start doing damage. Okay, now we L1 spam. And luckily she is throwing more. And I'm able to, because the goal here is to get that acid burn up. That's where my damage is going to come. And now we're finally cooking. I'm hitting into her block, finally getting poisons up. And now the fight's just on cruise. Now it got off to a rough start, but we finally got it together. And thank God that fight's over with. My war's done, thank God. Now, we did lose the war 9-2. We started out doing good, 101-2, and then we kind of imploded in the end. But we'll get the next one. GG's to GT40. And, well, I'll see y'all in the next one whenever I'm able to get it out.